Surprising no one ever, The Division is doing rather well for itself, as the debut of the title was a record-breaking launch for Ubisoft, with an announcement from the company claiming that the game sold impressively across both retail and digital marketplaces. Sadly, Ubisoft did not deign to give us any sales numbers, but they did refer in a press release to, quote, millions of players' enduring engagement in the Division's game world, which does suggest that the publisher sold more than 1 million copies of the game on day one. Even disregarding the fact that we don't have exact sales figures, Ubisoft have said that they sold more copies of The Division within the first 24 hours than, quote, any previous title in the company's history. Now, of course, that does mean they've toppled Watch Dogs, which was Ubisoft's previous record holder, and do remember that within the first week of Watch Dogs availability, it sold more than 4 million copies. Now, obviously, we've only got a couple of days under the Division's belt, but the fact that it's already beaten Watch Dogs, or at least beaten Watch Dogs' first couple of days, is rather impressive. And they also went on to add that with The Division now on their little collection, and with Watch Dogs and of course Assassin's Creed, they now have 3 of the top 4 launches of new brands in the history of the games industry, and the 4th belongs to Destiny. And it doesn't stop there for The Division. It also set records for the highest single day sales of full game downloads for Ubisoft across all 3 platforms, which of course is PS4, Windows and Xbox One. And to be honest, I think in the long run, The Division will actually end up toppling Watch Dogs from its throne of the first week. Now, of course, it's beating it in the first couple of days, but we'll have to see how it does after a week. And I've got a feeling it's going to be a case of The Division having beaten it, because, of course, Watch Dogs was probably one of the more disappointing releases. Not because it's a bad game, but just because how ridiculously overhyped it was. And then it came out and, yeah, it's alright. But The Division seems to have gotten pretty damn good reception, despite concerns over the fact that there was not going to be any day one reviews, which was understandable given server population, etc, etc. But there were concerns, and it seems that the good word surrounding The Division is doing the work. Now, I haven't played the final version, I only played a little bit of the open beta, so I'm not going to comment on the quality of the game myself, but the numbers do speak for themselves, and looking at feedback from players and reviews, it does seem that Ubisoft have gotten onto a good one here with The Division. Be interesting to see the further sales records as we move forward, and of course get our hands on some actual figures. That would be great. Until then, however, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.